Hi folks, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Okay, I'm just in the process of topping up my boxes ahead of the autumn season. We're doing a few daddies and bits and pieces, and I'm just knocking out a few of these flatback daddies. Great little reservoir pattern, great little competition pattern, and a lovely variation of the foam back daddy. It was first conceived and designed by a good pal of mine, a very well-known competition angler, Mr. Andy Taylor, or Merlot to his friends. And it was designed for a sort of a lower sitting fly, one that could be twiddled, one that could be moved. It kind of looks daddy long leggish, it kind of looks beetleish, it kind of looks, could even be a fry, it's all sorts of things. But what I do know is it's an excellent little fly, one I wouldn't be without in my competition box. We commonly tie them in all sorts of different colours, sort of tans, browns, oranges, blacks. They're the colours you think about. At the moment I'm just doing a few tan ones, so I thought I'd show you the process and how I do it. So let's just pop a hook in the vise. Now this is a barbless size 12. I believe this is a Fasna F210. There we go, in the vise. Nice sharp hook. Okay, thread for this particular pattern, and I'm going to be using the UTC 70 in olive. You can use reds, browns, whatever you like if you want to create hot heads, etc. I'm just happy with using the plain UTC. Works absolutely fine for me. So let's just work that onto there, and then bring that all the way back down to just above the bend of the hook. It's a very, very simple fly to tie. This is doesn't take very long at all. Okay, the foam sheet for this, the foam back for this, is actually from one of these foam sheets. This is one of the Upavon's HD foam sheets in tan. Get them all sorts of different colours. They're great little sheets of foam, and from that, with a little craft knife, I've just cut myself a strip that's about 5mm wide. Obviously this is 2mm foam, it's about 5mm wide. What I'm going to do now is just create a little taper at the back of this. Okay, so I'm just going to get my scissors and I'm just going to create a little taper at the back of here. A couple of little snips there. Okay, just gives the fly a little bit of a definition there. You can, if you want to, put a lighter on the back of that. I just don't see the reason for it. Certainly doesn't make any difference, it's the way it fishes. Going to offer this up to the hook, and I want this just to come off just off the back of the hook. Okay, so I'm just going to catch that in there. Now be very careful at this stage, because your thread's quite thin and this foam is actually quite delicate, so wrap it in firmly but not too tight. Okay, so that you don't cut the foam, otherwise you're going to end up cutting the foam and you're going to have to start again. Just bring that thread all the way up and then all the way back down again, just to create a bed. And I'm just going to stop it back here, just at the bend of the hook. Okay, couldn't be easier. Going to use a little bit of dubbing in this, just to fill the body out, really, more than anything. So I'm going to use a little bit of hare's ear dubbing. Just going to bring that in and a tiny bit of hare's ear dubbing there. Just don't want to do too much, just enough to create a bit of a body profile, maybe a tiny bit more than that. There we go. And then we're just going to, nice touch and turns, just build a little body. You're only going halfway up the hook, no more than that on this, just go through here like that. And then what we will do is just turn this upside down. We'll lift this vise up so that we're still in focus. Okay, what we will do is we take our dubbing brush now, and I'm just going to scruff this up a little bit, just to break up the outline. It's the beauty of dubbing, isn't it? It looks so lifelike. Okay, and now we're going to come in with our legs. Pre-knotted pheasant tail. Okay, I'm going to select 6 barbs from here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure if it was 5 it wouldn't make a difference, because fish can't count. Last time I looked. Right, there we go. There's 6 of these, and just try and pair them 3 and 3, So a nice equal split there. Okay, so we sort of paired them across 3 and 3. As you can see, I'm just going to try and get them on one side of the hook to the other. This is going to, you can make these as long and short as you like, but this is going to be a competition fly, so I need to keep this inside the gauge. So I'm just going to pull that there, so just over the back of the foam there, and that's well inside the gauge. And you should always be aware of that when you try and comp flies, things like legs and stuff. If they're outside the gauge, it still counts as being oversized. Right, I'm going to turn this back over again now. I'm going to put another little drop of dubbing in there. Let's just drop that down here. A little bit of dubbing in there for us, just to finish this body up. Again, in with the Hares here. Not too much of it this time. Keeping this nice and thin, like that. Okay, what I'm also going to do at this stage, I'm going to also put in a little bit of this. So sort of, sorry, that's just gone out of focus there. That's it. A little bit of this gold glitter dubbing in as well. Let it line around for doing some Midases, and I just threw some in. It looks quite nice. I've just cut some up. I'm going to take the tiniest little pinch of it, and I'm just going to add it into this. Yeah, lovely. And then just wrap on, giving yourself plenty of room at the top of the hook here to finish everything off with. Okay, you're just forming a little body there. Bring that forward, and again with your dubbing brush, just split that. With your dubbing brush, we're just going to scruff up a little bit. Just helps break up the outline. It just looks more like an insect, doesn't it? A bit more fishy feel to it, doesn't it? Okay, now before we finish this with the foam over the top, we're just going to put a little bit of a hackling. So I've got a cheap old Indian hen cape here, and I'm just going to select feather out of this. No need for expensive capes for doing these sort of flies with. Yeah, that's it. That'll do, just a scruffy old feather like that. And just going to take off all the rubbish stuff right up the hook line there. And that's all I'm looking for. That's that little bit at the top there. Catch it in. Bring it back. Just give it a little bend. Okay, in with your Hackle pliers. And you only want to get a couple of turns of this in. Done a lot once. So I assume we're going to get 3 turns out of that little bit of feather there. And then lock it in and work your thread forward. Trim off the waste of this bit here. And then just push everything backwards and secure it all. Nice and tight. Okay, you're just going to bring your Thorax cover, your bit of foam forward. Okay, and then over with a wrap with your thread. Again, not too tight, but just secure. Couple of turns in front, couple of turns behind again, and then we're going to trim this off. What I'm going to do is just slightly stretch this out and then give it a little lovely, and then we're just going to finish off. Smash it, and in with your finishing tool. There we go. And trim. Perfect. Just pinch this back a little bit, just to create that nice taper going backwards from the fly there. You can see it's got that lovely thin taper to it, that lovely profile. And we're going to come in with a little bit of varnish just to finish the eye off, just to finish the top off. So with your dubbing needle, a little bit of varnish on the head. So you can give this a little red head if you want. You can give it a little bit of something there. Let's get rid of that. It's going to annoy me. That's better. And then I'm also, as we alluded to earlier, just to make this a bit more secure, just in that little bit there, I'm just going to put a little, that's plenty, it's a little dab of varnish in there, and it's just going to dry and secure those thread wraps in there. And there we go. Great, twiddled on all sorts of lines, from floaters down to intermediates. You can pull them, skid them through the surface in a big wave. Fish them as dry flies if you want. They're quite effective, just fished as dries. Good little shrimp patterns. They just look buggy, you know. They're just one of those flies, just looks buggy, just works. Got thousands of fish on them, and I wouldn't be without them in the competition box, wouldn't be without them in the box, full stop. So tie a few up, give them a try them in orange, try them in black, try them in tan, try them in brown, you know, have a couple of each in there. They're pretty quick to tie once you get rocking with them. And yeah, let me know in the comments box how you get on with them. Have you had any success with them? Have you got any favourite daddy patterns? Have you got any favourite autumn patterns? Let me know. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Thanks very much, folks. Bye bye.